In this Python tutorial, you're going to learn everything you need to know to start programming in Python. If you want to learn Python programming for data science, machine learning, or web development, this Python tutorial is the perfect place to learn Python. You don't need any prior knowledge in Python or programming in general. I'm going to teach you everything from scratch. I'm Mosh Hamadani, and I've taught millions of people how to code through this channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe as I upload new videos every week. Now, let's jump in and get started. All right, before we get started, let me give you some ideas about what you can do with Python. That's a very common question. Python is a multi-purpose programming language, so you can use it for a variety of different tasks. You can use Python for machine learning and AI. In fact, Python is the #1 language for machine learning and data science projects. Python is also very popular in web development. Using Python and a framework called Django, you can build amazing websites. Here are 5 websites powered with Python and Django: YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Dropbox, and Pinterest. You can also use Python in automation. With Python, you can save your time and increase your productivity by automating repetitive tasks. So why are you learning Python? Are you learning it for automation, for data science, or web development? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, the first thing I want you to do is to head over to python.org to download the latest version of Python. So you go to Downloads and select the latest version of Python. Here in your Downloads folder, you should see this package. Simply double-click it. You're going to see this Python installer. If you're on Windows, you will see this checkbox over here. Add Python to path. Make sure to check it. It's really important. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to follow this tutorial. Simply click on Continue. Again, one more time. Agree with the terms and install the latest version of Python. Now here you need to enter the username password of your computer. So let's do that real quick. Next, you need to install a code editor. We use a code editor to write our code and execute it. The most popular code editor for Python is PyCharm. You can get it from jetbrains.com/PyCharm. So on this page, click on Download. You should see 2 different editions. One is the Professional Edition, which is commercial. And we also have this Community Edition, which is free and open source. So we're going to download the Community Edition. Now, select App. And over here, you can see now in your Downloads folder, you should have this package. Let's double-click it. And it shows the output of our program. If you're on Windows, you're going to see an installation wizard. So simply click on the next button until you install PyCharm. If you're on a Mac, you need to drag this PyCharm and drop it onto the Applications folder. Now, let's open it. The first time you open PyCharm, you have to configure a few settings. We don't want to spend time on this. So over here, you're going to click on Skip Remaining and Set Defaults. Now let's create a new project. Over here, we can specify the location and the name of our Python project. So let's append Hello World to this path. This is where our Python project is going to be saved. So let's click on Create. In this window, you can see the content of our project. So here's our Hello World project. Currently, we have only one folder inside this project. That is VN, which is short for virtual environment. We'll talk about virtual environments in the future. So currently, we don't have any Python files inside this project. A real application can consist of tens or hundreds or even thousands of Python files. So let's right-click on the project name. A real application and go to New of Python file. Or hundreds. We're going to call this file App. Now we can collapse this project window by clicking on this icon. So now we have more space. Let's write our first Python code. We're going to write print all in lowercase, then add parentheses, then add quotes, either single quotes or double quotes. And inside these quotes, we're going to write hello world. So this is what we call a string. A string means a string or sequence of characters. In simple words, that means textual data. So in Python and in many other programming languages, whenever we're dealing with textual data, we should always surround our text with quotes. In Python, we can use single or double quotes. Now, this print you see here is a function built into Python, and we can use it to print a message on our application window. So let me show you how to run this code. On the top, we go to the Run menu and then select Run. Note that there is a shortcut associated with this command. I always use shortcuts because they increase my productivity. So let's click on this. Now select app, and over here, you can see this little window. This is what we call the terminal window, and it shows the output of our program. So here's the hello world message printed in the terminal window. Now, as you learn more Python, you will learn how to build applications that have a graphical user interface. That's an advanced topic, so for now, let's not worry about it. All right, now let's talk about variables. We use variables to temporarily store data in a computer's memory. For example, we can store the price of a product, or someone's name, their email, their age, and so on. Let me show you. So, to declare a variable, we start by typing a name for that variable. Let's say age. Then we add an equal sign, and then we type a value. Let's say 20. So with this, we're storing the number 20 somewhere in our computer's memory, and we're attaching this age as a label for that memory location. So now we can read the value at this memory location and print it on the terminal. So instead of printing hello world, we want to print the value of the age variable. So I'm going to delete what we have inside parentheses and type age. Note that I'm not adding quotes, because if I run this program, we'll see the text age on the terminal. We don't want that. We want the value